Well, hey there. I like your hair. Who does your hair? I want to go there. Like, oh my god. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I'm in a mood. I've been doing some TikTok videos for about an hour or so and just like super duper like cringy, like dork mode activated. But anyways, how's everyone doing today? I guess I'll do a proper intro. Hey there, all my clawsome, possum, Furby. Thanks for coming to hang out with me. We're gonna have a fantastic time. Oh my gosh. I swear, I don't even drink caffeine or Monsters or anything like anymore. I'm completely like sober straight, which I don't know what's wrong with me. Just like dressed up like this has me like in a mood. But I'm so happy. If you guys don't know, back in like middle school, high school, started in 9th grade, I became like the ultimate scene queen, and like by the age of like 18, like when I was a senior, like oh my god tier, like my hair, fashion, everything evolved, and now this is me like 10 years later. I mean, yes, that's gonna give away my age. I'm 28. But now that I can afford to be the ultimate scene queen that I want with these luxurious head extensions, repping these coontails today. I actually did this makeup today inspired by neon lights. So I wanted to do like this really cool like graphic neon light sort of like liner. And I figured what sort of look would go better with a dark smoky eye and a bit of rainbow than Scene Queen level 9000. So that is what you'll get. And if you would like to see how I became to be, keep your eyes open and keep watching. Well, oh my gosh, you can legit tell how hyped up I was of a mixture of just like pure adrenaline and sleep deprivation. Oh my gosh. Well, that was a trip. Anyways, I hope that you enjoy this Scene Queen makeup video brought to you by yours truly. You can see here I'm priming my face. This is the NYX Marshmellow Primer. It's really hydrating, so I'd say it would be good for like more dry skin types or if you want more of like a glow. I'm super oily though, so I put the Tarte 12-hour Poreless Primer on top, and I have got to put this in every area where I've got like 8 wrinkles. So I've got some pores on my nose, so that's why I'm putting it across my nose as well, and I'm putting it in my smile lines and my forehead wrinkles. I do a little bit under my eyes, but not a whole lot because it's matte, so it can dry out the under eye area. So you don't want the under eyes to be dry or they will just look really, really wrinkly. Like a lot of fine lines will come out. So here I'm doing a color corrector just to brighten up a little bit. Because we're going to be using a foundation shade which is lighter than our skin, today I used yellow instead of orange just because I felt like an orange or peach color corrector would be too hard to cover up if we're using a really, really pale foundation. So normally darker colors cover darker colors better, so that's why I'm using a really, really light shade because I still want to color correct and cover my bags a little bit, but yeah, that's why I opted for a lesser harsh yellow color. So here I've got my old discontinued bottle of Becca Ultimate Coverage Foundation. I think my shade is like porcelain or something. And I'm mixing that with the new Sephora Best Skin Ever foundation. So the Becca foundation's really, really thick, and the Sephora foundation is kind of like more lightweight, like medium coverage, and a bit more hydrating too. So I really like the finish of the Sephora one, but because I'm super oily, I still need something that's a bit more matte, plus I want a bit more coverage too. So that's why I mix it with my Becca one. Alternatively, I always use the Tarte Face Tape, sorry, not Face Tape. Face Tape is an awesome foundation. Not matte enough for me though. So if you're more maybe dry or combination, you would really like the Tarte Face Tape foundation. But I use Tarte Amazonian Clay because I'm an oily beach. So I'm gonna blend the other side of my face and I'll be right back. So here I have got my Huda Beauty concealer just to highlight under my eyes. She literally does a shade which is like straight up white. It's the lightest shade called Whipped Cream. And I mix it with like the second lightest shade. I think it's called Marshmellow or something. I've got meringue too, but meringue is more of like a yellow base. This stuff is full coverage. I love it. And this works on pretty much all skin types too. If you like a really thick concealer. So here what we're gonna do, I've got my RCMA translucent setting powder. This stuff is awesome because like it's literally what it says, like it is straight up clear, like it does not have a color at all. It works on all skin tones, all skin types. It's fabulous, fabulous product. So here I am setting my eyelids just to keep them from creasing. Recently though, I've started doing my eye makeup without setting my eyelids and it's been game changing. This is a slightly older video though, so we'll see. We'll see if I come back to it. I've got my luscious Unicorn Cosmetics powder brush. Like, how gorgeous are these brushes? Like with the pastel bristles and like the unicorn handle. So sickening. So next I have my favorite eyeliner and eyebrow brush ever. So if you're using like an eyebrow gel or a pomade, this is like the finest, sharpest, straight edge point of a brush. Like, oh my god, like you could literally have like a brow or a liner that could straight up cut a man. Like, beach, she's sharp, sickening. So I'm gonna do my other brow off camera. We've got these super duper thin and arched Scene Queen brows today. Just wiping off the foundation from my lips. But you know, back in 2007, that was a look. So if you want, you could totally leave the foundation on your lips because that's a vibe. But I'm just putting on my lip plumper and letting that sort of like cook and sink in my lips while I'm doing the rest of my face. And then at the end, before I put on my lipstick, I always wipe this off. But yeah, you'll feel that tingle. And it wouldn't be a Scene Queen video if you don't lick your fingers and have to clean off your piercing. So here we go, cleaning my balls, washing my balls, whatever you like to say. So here I've got this new Lunar Beauty Moon Prism blush palette. This is actually a brand new palette that I have never used before. And I actually really liked how it turned out. So the color that I am using here is called Pink Moon. And my friend Kat Ori-chan, she actually gifted me this palette and I really actually love it. The texture is beautiful, like it's not too chalky and powdery and they're actually pretty pigmented but still buildable as well, because you can see I layer a bit more on just to darken it. And see, here you see I'm thinking and I'm like, you know what? I didn't put any contour or bronzer on, so why not try out this slightly darker peachy shade? This one's called Stargaze. So I put this shade just underneath that like bubblegum pink shade, just to make it a little bit darker. Wow, it's so gorgeous. And I mean, my hair's already straight, but like, if you're seen, you've got to have a super straight hair. Like, this is just not straight enough, okay? So here I've got the best heat protectant in the world, De Lorenzo Extinguish, 100% vegan and cruelty free, just like all of the products that I use forever and always. But this is going to protect your hair from being fried off, because we're just going to abuse it here with this hot iron on the absolutely hottest setting as we can, because like, you know, we've got to have super straight hair. Not even a little wave to it, okay? It's got to be like dead straight. And see, no matter what, like my hair will stay curly pretty well, but like no matter what, it's not going to stay straight. So I literally have to put a bunch of hairspray in it to sort of fix it up and keep it to stay that way, but still, I'll probably have to straighten it in another hour. So here we go with my Lush dry shampoo. Before I start teasing any of my hair, I work this through the roots of my hair, especially in my part, just because I feel like that's where I sleep and the oils from my pillowcase and like whatever skincare I use gets stuck in my pillowcase and like rubs into my hair so my hair looks oily. So that's what we do. You can see I'm just sort of figuring out how I want to part my scene bangs. And it's actually best if you use dry shampoo like the night before, or even when you wake up in the morning if you remember to. You can see I've got it all over my shirt. But that actually gives the product time to absorb into your roots and absorb all that oil. So here you can see I'm sectioning my hair. I do it in 3 sections, so I start with my teasing on the bottom section first. You can see Carl's in the door there. He was listening, actually, funnily enough, to some emo throwbacks. I think he was listening to definitely some Kyotos and Under Oath. Yeah. And you don't want to tease from the tip, like ends of your hair. You probably just want to do like, I don't know how to explain it, like maybe pretend your hair, divide your hair into 3 sections. So from top to bottom. 1/3 from your roots or 1/4 from your roots, that's all you're teasing. So about like the first 2 or 3 inches away from your roots. You're not teasing it all the way to the ends, otherwise you're going to get a lot of split ends, just because the ends of our hair is the oldest part of our hair because it's been growing on our head for many, many years. The hair that's at the very, very bottom of our ends is the oldest hair. So yeah, be gentle to that hair. The hair at our roots is more young, more, I guess, healthy. If you want to tease your hair in a less damaging way, that's what I recommend. And now I pretty much do exactly opposite of what I just told you, and I flip my head over just to tease all the ends and everything together to make sure it's perfect. Excellent. You can actually use a pick when you're doing this instead of your teasing brush if you want. I do that sometimes too, it just depends what I like. So here what I'm doing, I'm actually picking up the hair from my roots and sort of pulling it out. So like lifting it up. See here, I'm like lifting it. I'm giving it a little raise. I'm giving it a little boost, a little height boost, a little volumize, just holding it up. And here is my ultimatum hairspray. This is from Devro, and literally this is gonna like seal that shit in place like cement. Oh my god, this is gonna make your hairstyle last. And I ain't kidding. So add a little bit of teasing to my bangs just so they stay together. Cause there's nothing worse than having your scene bangs or emo fringe sort of part like the Red Sea. Moses, come help me. You know what I mean? Oh my gosh. So we gotta keep that shit together. So here's this sort of like black piece of bangs that I clip in underneath my bangs. And I've cut it like layered so I can sort of like get it to do that swooshy thing on the side, you know? And this is just like a 3 clip weft. I think it used to be like 20 inches or something. And I just sort of cut it how I wanted. So there's 1 clip in the middle and then 1 clip on the left side, 1 clip on the right side. And it just takes some time like finicking around and getting it placement right, like where you want it. There's no rules in this. It's literally just like what works with your hair, because everyone's hair is cut different too, you know, like, especially like, there's no way you can replicate another person's scene haircut, because we all have so many like janky ass layers. Like, everybody's layers are cut different. You might have a piece that you broke off and fried is like 2 inches long, but then you've got your 26-inch hair extensions, or if you want to be extra AF, 30 inches down to your butt crack. So I'm showing you the different colors I have here. This blue is like matching my hair, and the purple is a little bit darker than my roots. And here's my long black pieces, which I want to put underneath. I'm going to show you exactly what order I layer them in. So first I use black, and I literally put this underneath all of my hair. So I don't let any of my blue hair come out from underneath. So the black is the first thing you see. All of my blue hair is on top of this really long black piece. If it helps, you can pin your hair up in a ponytail and actually clip the black underneath, and then let your ponytail down. See, this looks so good already. Oh my gosh. See, it is a little bit longer than your natural hair, which is what you want. I can't believe how much my hair has grown. Like, I could probably get away with some like 30-inch pieces. I want long, luscious mermaid hair. So see this? Carl's back. Hey, babe. So this is the same blue as my hair, and this is a small piece. I think it's just got 2 clips on it, so I'm just placing one of these on each side over top of the black. Oh no, I lied. It's a 3-piece, not a 2-piece. My mistake. I think I do have a 2-piece that's blue though. We'll see. Oh my gosh, it's looking so good already. So here I've got this purple set. It looks like these are a little bit shorter. So they might be like 20 inches or 24 inches or something. Because the longest ones, I think they're like 26, 28, something like that. I've had these for years. So yeah, I'm just sort of clipping this on top of the blue. Because the purple's cut in shorter layers, we want it to sit on top of the longer hair, as you can see. It's looking super good. So here's some blonde ones. I feel like they're kind of in the middle of both. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sort of like sandwich them. Probably would have been easier before I did the purple, but YOLO. I'm gonna sort of stick them underneath the purple and on top of the blue. Just sort of sandwich them in there somewhere. Yeah, that's nice. Oh my gosh, I love it. And now I'm going to do the other side. Now the blonde is just like a 2-piece, so these are pretty thin. I kind of want them more silvery, so I might actually tone them with some of my purple shampoo. Like, I've got Finola. Have you guys used that before? Finola? I might do that in another video. You'll have to let me know if you saving them for later. That's what I said. Cool. So I'm just straightening out these pieces here. But yeah, you'll have to let me know if you want me to show you a video how I tone my hair extensions to make them gray or more like silvery. Like, see how these have a tinge of like silver to them? These ones I think I did a different way though. I mixed a drop of my black hair dye in just to sort of dilute it a little bit so it wasn't black, it was actually more gray, and then I sort of dipped them in a big tub of warm water, and that's what happened. So yeah, I'm just clipping these 2 sort of mixed color extensions over top of the purple ones that we did. Now I've got some little short side pieces that I use like for my bangs. And I cut these, I think originally, again, I think they were probably 20 inches or something, but I just cut them to match my hair. I just feel like it looks more natural if I have slightly longer layers, like them going from short to long around framing my face. Because if they're all like too long or if they're all too short, then if the hair's too short, it doesn't blend with my long hair extension. So that's why I like to have it go from like short to medium to long, so it's sort of like more cohesive. So I'm sticking another piece of these black extensions again. I think I'm just sticking it in the middle somewhere. You can see I sort of lift up the top of my hair so it's sandwiched in between the blue and purple. And see how there's that strip in the front, so it blends into my black, the black in my bangs. See, I'm holding it here and I'm like, see, I want it to be like layered, so I want it to go from short to long. Hi Carl, bye Carl. Funny. So here I've got some purple extensions. Am I gonna straighten them? They definitely need a straighten. Hey, what are you doing? Oh my gosh. Should have straightened those. Man, they're not straight enough for my scene liking, okay? They need to be more straight, okay? So here I've got some more colors. These are sort of mixed, like purple, blue, and like that silvery, like gray color. And again, I'm just sandwiching them in the middle somewhere, wherever they fit. Over top of some black, over top of some purple, mix in some blue. No really rhyme or reason, I just sort of feel like they blend better that way when you've got colors that are all mixed up. It's not like you've got too much of a chunk of blue or too much of a chunk of purple. And now for the coontails. So these, I want you to be able to see them, so I'm going to put them underneath the really short layers of my hair. Because otherwise, if the long hair sort of goes over the top of them, then you're not even going to see them. There we go. So now just fiddle with your hair until it blends how you want it to. I'm going to stick this coontail on the other side. Oh, my fringe is like sticking up doing something weird. I think I have to fix that later on. And here I've got 2 more blonde pieces. So I told you we was saving them for later. I'm going to keep these kind of like one top, like, but again, kind of mixed in with everything. Find a spot for them. Woo! This is fun. Oh, I like that. Oh, that looks so good. Yes. See, I'm trying to fiddle with that. I'm like, what the heck is my bangs doing there? Like, I don't know. I think where I clipped something weird. And we're done with the hair. Yeah. Oh, it looks so good. Okay, so now we're gonna get back to makeup. Sorry about that short intermission. We had to have a breakdown. So, what we're gonna start out with. Every scene or emo look, you need black eyeliner. And to be honest, this Marc Jacobs Highliner pencil, this is like a cream gel consistency. So you can actually smudge this and get like a really cool smoky eye. It dries pretty quick, but you've still got maybe like 15-20 seconds to work with it before it dries if you really want to smudge it out. I would suggest doing one eye at a time though if you are doing that, just because I feel like by the time you come around to the second eye, it would be dry already. But yeah, this stuff, see, I've got really watery eyes and my eyelids are oily AF as well. So no matter what, pencil eyeliners just don't stay on me. But this baby, oh my God, this is the only thing. They say don't trust a hoe, but like, bitch, you the only hoe I trust. Marc Jacobs, come through. So here what I'm doing, because we're going to be doing a black smoky eye, I am lining my top lid. And now I am taking my black eyeshadow on my little short shader brush. See, what you could have done, if you wouldn't have set your eyelids, you could have gone straight in with like a cream, like liquid base. Like right now, I know Smashbox have this really cool limited edition Harley Quinn. It's like a eye primer. It's in Harley Quinn packaging, but it's black. So it's not an eyeliner. So see how this eyeliner, it's already dry. It ain't moving nowhere. But with a like primer that's black, it's going to do a lot of the work for you, and you're not going to get a whole ton of fallout either. Because see, you can see I start to get a bit of issues with having a bit of fallout. I feel like if I didn't set my eyelids with powder, it would have went a lot smoother. That's where I went wrong. So learn from my mistakes, guys. But yeah, it still turns out pretty good anyways. I'm happy with it. And I'm living for these brows. Oh my god. They look so good. But I've always liked a really thin brow. See, the corner of my eye, like the outside edge of my eye, is where I always have issues because I have hooded eyes. So when my eyes are open, that sort of crease there between the outside corner of my eye, like it just, I don't know, shadow just doesn't want to stick there. So I feel like if I used like a black eye primer, like even P. Louise, I bet they have one. P. Louise do a lot of really great like eye bases and stuff like that, if you don't want to get the Smashbox one. So what I'm doing here, I got a completely clean brush, so not the same brush that I used to put the black on with. So this brush is clean, and I'm just blending the edges. And then you'll see when I need to put more product on, I go back in with the smaller little like bullet brush, which I pack the shadow on with, and then I'll switch back and forth, blending with the clean brush, and then packing with this little smaller brush. And you can see I actually, later on, I start with black because it's a darker color. I will add a little bit of gray in my crease as like a transition color. So here you see I've got that clean eyeshadow brush again. I'm just sort of blending the top half of the edges. So my friend from Sephora, Ash, she actually has the most amazing way of describing it. She says half on, half off. So where you're blending is half on your naked skin, where there's no eyeshadow, and then half on the eyeshadow. So if that makes sense, I feel like just her way of describing it was so clever, and like I never would have thought of that myself. So here you can see I'm going in with my gray Blowin Smoke from my ColourPop palette. And now, because my brush is already dirty, I'm using that brush to pick up the gray and sort of blend it. So that's why I've grabbed a new clean brush, just to blend the top half of that gray into my skin, because the other one is covered in black. And see, here I'm trying to, Lord save the queen, the Scene Queen that is. I am trying to save my beautiful makeup from all of this black fallout. So you'll see what I do here. I actually take a little eyeshadow brush, the one that I use to blend the top of my gray shadow, and I literally pick up a bit of my translucent powder, and right underneath my eyebrow bone, I just use that because the black is a bit hard to blend. So see what I'm doing? I'm just sort of like softening the edges so it's more smoked out and really soft and blended. And really soft and blended and like really soft, guys. Why are we whispering? Okay, so here I've got my little duo black and white Suva Beauty Hydra Liner. So these are water activated. Hydra meaning hydro water, you know, you gotta wet it to use it. So that's why I have my little spray bottle here from Daiso, and I'm spraying that just to make it wet. This comes with a black and a white, but I'm just using the white. If you wanted to be super ambitious, you probably could have took like a really sharp like Q-tip, like, you know, the ones they make for makeup, the really, really sharp ones, and you probably could have took like a little bit of micellar water to clean off some of the black, and this probably would have saved you a step because I end up going over this white probably 3 or 4 times. So I speed it up so you don't have to watch the whole thing, because it's literally just like repetition. I go over this white like literally 4 or 5 times. It feels like 1,000,000 times. But I bet if you took off some of the black eyeshadow with like a little micellar cotton bud, I feel like that would have made your life a lot easier. So what I'm doing here, I'm trying to blend this, but you can see I don't really get too far. Like once this Hydra liner dries, it didn't really blend, but it did a little bit. But like, yeah, I would say probably do one eye at a time. Blend it while it's still wet, because I feel like when it's dry, like this stuff doesn't move. Similar to our Marc Jacobs eyeliner, which is what you want because it stays on. It's not going to smudge or crease or anything like that. But yeah, just a product you want to work fast with. So you can see here I'm blending my other eye. Just keep blending. And I did 2 layers of the white, if you didn't notice. I let the first layer dry and then I did the second layer. And now I'm going to put my colors over top. Just because the first layer of light wasn't like bright enough, you could still see the black coming through and it looked kind of gray. So first we're gonna go in with this blue shade from our Anastasia Beverly Hills Norvina Volume 2 palette. It's such a cool like electric blue. I really like it. It's kind of like funky. This palette would be awesome if you wanted to do like some like mermaid looks, because it has so many beautiful like blues and greens in it. It's just divine. And even like the hot pinks and oranges and stuff, like it's not a rainbow palette because it hasn't got much like red or purples, but the Norvina Pro Pressed Pigment palette, the Volume 1, has got all your like purpley shades. And I think even there's a red, like a red orange shade in there too, and like some yellow. But yeah, I didn't use a purple, so I actually mixed my blue and pink together to make a purple, so you can see here. So I just keep going back and forth. I'll do pink and I'll do blue, and you see I use a different brush for each. So I've got my pink brush and I've got my blue brush, and I just keep switching back and forth and blending till my fingers bleed. Yeah. So back into our Norvina Pro palette, and I've got the shade D2. So this is like the most beautiful orange I've ever seen, and I don't think I've ever used it in my life. Like, man, I want to do some Halloween looks with some like jack-o'-lantern pumpkin sort of like Halloween Michael Myers coming to get you vibes. I love this orange. It's so nice. And again, with a clean brush, so see how I use a different brush for my pink and then a different one for my orange. So I just keep going back and forth until the 2 colors are blended. You'll see I probably go over them 100 times. So now I'm putting down the yellow, again from our Norvina palette. And then once we place down our yellow, we're again going back in with our orange and just blending again. Blending away, literally, like I said, till your fingers bleed. So I started with this sort of like lime green shade, lime green shade. And I was like, it looked brighter than the pan than it was on my eyes. Like, no tea, no shade, Norvina, but like, I don't know, wasn't exactly what I was going for, but that's okay. I wanted it to match, so I went ahead and did the other eye anyways. But you'll see what I do next. I actually end up reaching for my Glamlite palette. So this is their Ice Cream Dream palette. It totally gives me some like throwback Jeffree Star vibes. Remember when he had all his ice cream merch at Hot Topic like 15-20 years ago? Yes. So here I've actually taken the shade Pistachio because oh my gosh, these Glamlite shadows, they are freaking pigmented, and I just put that over top of the green. So here we've got our Marylia Scott Cosmetics Your Highlight is Too Bright palette, and I'm actually taking this blue shade Mood, and I'm using that as like the inner corner highlight where my blue meets the green. And man, this highlight palette is sickening. I love it. I want to do more face paint looks for Halloween, like where I paint my skin like green, like a Frankenstein, or just like different colors, like a red demon or something, and use these colorful highlighters on top of the like colored face paint. Like how sickening would this blue, like imagine, look on top of like a green Frankenstein or like green zombie? This blue would look sick. Now I'm highlighting with this sort of like pinky shade IG Baddie, and on my cheeks I think I used a mix of IG Baddie, Peaches and Popcorn. I think I even mixed the retouch together. I just like, you know what, we're going all the colors, man. So here we go back in again. This is where the repetition starts. Back in with that white eyeliner from Suva, and each time we do this we're trying to make the line smaller and smaller. So the first white that we did before would have been the thickest, and this is going to be try to make it thinner than that one. So we're trying to put it in the middle of those colors. We're not covering all of the colors, we just want it like in the middle of the colors. So now that's dried, so we're doing a second layer of the white again. And this is more or less just the same thing over and over. And I will say one thing, if this stuff gets on your eyelashes, wipe it off or like pick it off with your nails like before it dries, because once this stuff dries, like it is on there, like it does not move. I had the hardest time trying to pick it off my eyelashes. It literally took me maybe 10 minutes. Okay, I'm exaggerating, probably not that long. So here what we're doing, we're literally using the exact same colors that we used the first time, and we're just going over that skinnier white line with the same exact colors, just matching up to where we put them before. So yeah, I'm probably not going to talk through this, I'll just speed it up. I know some of you guys like to watch the sort of process, like it definitely is like a bit like, I don't know what word to use, but it's very like calming and therapeutic, I think, watching other people do makeup. It really chills me out and gets me relaxed. And I can just zone out and just, I don't know, sort of vibe and relax. It's nice. Yeah, see how much brighter that Glamlite green is? Oh my gosh, pistachio. Yes. It's sickening. I love it. Oh my gosh. Such a cool green. So here we've got our Suva Beauty Hydra Liners, these ones here. And they're water activated paints as well. So these are their UV Taffies. So they're actually meant to be UV activated. I don't have a UV light. I've never gone under black light like raid or anything. Y'all know I'm sober, straight edge. I don't do drugs or drink alcohol or nothing like that. So yeah, I don't know. I dig the aesthetic, but in terms of like the lifestyle, I'm very much like a hermit, like a homebody. Very introverted. Very, very introverted. I feel bad sometimes too, because like my friends are always so sweet. They're always inviting me out and stuff like that, and want me to like come out to social gatherings and just out for dinner and stuff like that. And I really enjoy spending time with my friends and stuff, but like, to be honest, sometimes I will go out, like I'll force myself to, and then like when I'm there I'm like, should have just stayed at home. I would much rather be playing Plants vs. Zombies, or like replaying through Final Fantasy X or Final Fantasy X-2 on my freaking PlayStation, like, beach. What? And see what I'm doing here, I am just going over with my UV Taffies, so I'm using the color which matches like each color. So like if it's yellow, I use yellow. If it's pink, I use pink. If it's purple, I use purple. If it's blue, I use blue. And again, they don't have like an orangey peach shade in the palette. So I put on my pink, and then I put on my yellow, and then I mix the two together. So you'll see I'm slowly adding a bit of like pink and sort of dragging it through the yellow to get like that peachy color. So that's what I do. I just sort of load it up on my brush and keep going back and forth, back and forth. So I'm just going over my black to make it super black, just because I found that, yeah, it wasn't super black. Okay, so now we're gonna finish off with some mascara. This is a really awesome volumizing mascara. I love doing a couple coats of this just before I put on my fake lashes, because it actually gives my lashes like something to balance on. It lifts them up a little bit so my fake lashes don't feel as heavy, like they're weighing my eyes down. When I've got a few coats of mascara on, I feel like it sort of gives them like a bit of a support and sort of holds them up a bit better. And here, oh my gosh, best eyeliner ever. If you have not tried the Kat Von D, or sorry, recently renamed KVD Vegan Beauty Tattoo Liner, you're missing out. Like, this is the easiest eyeliner to use. It's buildable. The more layers you do, you can make it super duper black. Or if you want like a really natural everyday look and you just put on a little bit, you can get a really natural looking I've got to stop myself and laugh saying natural, using the word natural in this makeup video, because Beach, if you're here, we know this look is far from natural, but y'all know what I mean. Oh my god, that highlighter. This is the Neapolitan highlighter from OMFG Cosmetics. Yes. But yeah, what I was saying, you guys know when I say the word natural, I mean like more natural, or like everyday. But you know, I wear my makeup like this every day, so you know, whatever. To each their own. We are all different. But yeah, with the eyeliner, it's versatile because you can wear it really dark black, or you can wear it more of like a subtle look if you put less on. And so that's my Jeffree Star liquid lipstick. I don't really like wearing matte lipstick, so I always put a lip gloss over top. And I like this one because it's actually a lighter color, so it gives you more of that like concealer lip look from the 2007 era, because that was a trend. Back then I literally put on like foundation all over my lips, and then I would put on my Victoria's Secret lip gloss that smelled like strawberries. Do you guys remember those days? So here I've got my Glam Goth Beauty. Yes, look at these lashes. Beauty Queen. I just had to use these because they're called Beauty Queen. And I am the Scene Queen Beauty. Yeah. There we go. Got our black latex free duo brush on lash glue come through. You could use a liquid liner to go over the lash band just so it's super duper black. I can't remember if I did. I might have off camera, but I don't think I did. I think I was just lazy. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills one. liquid liner, I mean. The Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid liner. And we're done. How about that? Thank you so much for watching this super fun transformation. Like, literally, OMG. My teenager self, like, probably from age like 12 to like 18 would have like been quaking in her Scene Queen boots. Like, I wish I had this sort of, well, I wish I could afford these sort of hair extensions and like do my makeup this good back then, and wish my mom would have let me too. And like dress all up in my full scene queen glory. Check out these socks. They're literally like 10 years old from Spencer's. So cute. But yeah, I feel like I want to become a meme. I think I'm just gonna quit life and become a Scene Queen TikTok star, because like I literally just have so much fun making TikTok videos. Also, if you're wondering why I'm trying to be a little bit quiet, because it's like midnight and Carl's in bed, so I don't want to wake him up. But yeah. This was super fun. Like, this is honestly the most beautiful I have ever felt, and I'm not like saying that taking the piss. Like, I genuinely feel like myself and so cute when I'm done up, like super scene. I don't know why, like for ages I've been in the like habit of like curling my hair and stuff, but when I stuck my hair extensions in today, I was just like super feeling myself, like looking at my straight hair, and I just felt super duper cute. And also, like, yeah, if I'm out of breath, it's because I was just dancing around to a bunch of scene kid throwbacks, making TikTok videos. If you would like to see me embarrass myself in some cringy throwback scene videos, I'll link my TikTok down below so you can follow me. But yeah, I'll see you all next time. Thanks for hanging out.